I'll bounce off of what it is you say.
Okay, I feel like that's not okay on his behalf too. To be up in your mama house, I could see if he was on his in his own shit, begging you to have a polygamous relationship in his own house, and he able to take care of you and a goddamn girl. But the fact that you're not able to take care of these women and you're not living in your, I don't see when I interviewed him. And I actually asked him, why did he move in with you? It was a problem. It was a reason why I asked him that. Because he's never going to tell you that something at home went wrong and that's why he's at the house with you.
No
He's never
drama.
going to
Actually,
mention.
you're onto something. I'll tell you this because he's admitted this,
Okay.
and I've heard him say this. Basically, as far as like part of the reason why he came is because he said he was running from himself, and I heard him say this to
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. He didn't say it to me, but I heard him say it, and that's part of the reason. He also came out here because, of course, we wanted to be together, but I was the one that kind of like, because we had basically been. I don't know if y'all know the backstory, but I'll give y'all the backstory real quick. So basically, we had been hold on, I gotta sneeze. But basically we had been having a
Bless
long
you.
distance relationship for 2 years, right? And mind you,
Mm-hmm.
y'all, this is not new shit. Like, we up here joking. But basically, we have been in a long distance relationship for 2 years and some change. And then he just came out here this year, and he's only been out. We've only been physically together for a few months, but we've been in a long distance relationship for a few years.
And within that, let me ask you a question. Within that relationship, that long distance relationship, was he cheating? Was he seeing other people? Were y'all boasting? Seeing other
No.
people?
Oh, well, I will say, yeah, like, okay, so we were on and off, like, between, like, when we were long distance, we were on and off. And, mind you, he was dealing with somebody then, like, at one point, when we, like,
Mm-hmm.
the last time we had, like, actually decided to be together or whatever. And I was gonna do the poly shit with him then, because basically he had found somebody else that he claimed he loved or was in love with, whatever. But she didn't even feel the same way towards him, and he didn't know that, or she wasn't on the same page as him as far as like the poly shit and all that, until I wanted to speak to her, and until I brought shit to the surface. Like, he was in delusion with that too, that situation too. So after he realized, like, oh, okay, so this person I thought was for me or I was fucking with, they not even fuck with me like that. Like,
Yeah.
he was mad about it, because he don't just be giving his energy or his love to anybody. But sometimes he will play delusional, and it's just like, nigga, like, I be trying to basically, I have his best interest at heart. Like, I'm one of the closest people that have his best interest at heart, but he never wants to listen to me. So that will piss me off, or that will annoy the fuck out of me, because it's just like, I told you, like, are like, mind you. And then I told him earlier, you read people and everything, but like, are you reading what you want to read as far as like when it comes to fucking with people? Like, if you gonna read, motherfuckers, do like, go to full nine, read every fucking thing. Don't half ass
Right.
do it. And then on top of that, basically, I was just telling my live basically that knowledge, like, she's fake as fuck to me. She's done
She
disrespected me
is.
and everything. And then as soon as me and him separate, all of a sudden, cause she had me and him blocked. As soon as we separate, all of a sudden, and tatted, y'all, I'm gonna just tell her what I've already been telling y'all in the live. So this isn't no interview. We really just talking. I don't want no beans. I don't want nothing. I'm not even a fucking host on here. But anyway, basically, I was just saying that, because if you kept up with, like, from the beginning of when we first got on Bigo to now, he's been
Yeah.
changed like a lot. And basically, like, the knowledge done dragged us in the hella drama, or whatever the case may be, and lied on his name, lied on my name, disrespected me, disrespected him, and all of that. And he was really hurt by that at one point, because he thought we was real cool. We was giving her advice on the side. She had done cried to us, all kinds of shit. And
I
then all
watched
of
her
it,
do that.
huh?
I watched her do that, and I watched you stand up for him. In the midst of him getting of knowledge line on him, you stood up and you was his voice.
I
You was a
literally
voice for
did,
him.
and he never was on here defending me. The only people he's defended on this app was fucking knowledge and Pretty Next Door.
Yeah.
he has never really defended me. Or he the only thing he's did as far as like with me and like the people on here that ever done had something bad to say about me, he's basically done told me to like suck that shit up and just like basically work on not giving a fuck. But at the same time, he'll sit there and defend other women that's not his women, or stick up for other women that's not his women. Like it's like that shit, like that contradictory ass shit, and that shit is weird to me, or it don't make sense.
Well,
But
V, let me tell
I'll be the one to
you.
look crazy. It's okay. I'll be the crazy one. I'll be the crazy one. It's okay.
Mm-mm.
Motherfuckers already gave me that
You don't
title.
look
I'm
crazy.
crazy.
No, no, no. No, no, no. You don't look crazy. But let me tell you this. You're not crazy and you don't look crazy neither. You're beautiful. And let me tell you something. He sees that in you. Saturn don't feel like he deserves you at all. Saturn physically know that you look better than him. He know for a fact that when you do see your strength, you look good, you fire, you could get any man you want. He's never gonna let you know that ever. Okay? That's why he keeps hiding you from you. He's not gonna go ahead. All his validation he giving to these other women and standing up for them and doing that, he's not gonna give that to you. Because if he give that to you, you can walk away from him. And you can have enough
Mm.
confidence to leave him. That's why you got to give that validation to yourself. You are fire, girl. You look way better than that freaking man with them dusty ass, smelly ass dreads living in your mama house. You look way better than him. You are carrying that man right now. That man ain't get what you. He made it. Let me tell you something. When I questioned him, I knew he was a liar. Number one, by his fake ass prophets, and number two, let me go ahead and tell you something else. I knew he was lying on. When I asked him why did you, it was a reason why I asked him, why did you go to your mother house? Why did you go to her mother's house? Like what was going on? That's what made me ask because he was like trying to make it seem like you needed him. Like he was trying to say, oh yeah, because she needed me here and da da da. Like
Nah,
whatever she
nah. See, and that's the
exactly.
thing. That's why I'm on here giving my side because, like, for example, he'll try to like. Thank you, Ish. Ish talk about some oh Lord. Yeah, it is what it is. If she took it too far when he started fucking with knowledge, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, mind you, he's still here with me. We done separated. Like, nigga, you talking about being in poly relationships and shit. Nigga, you financially, come on now, certain things is not lined up. So he'll talk about me pouring my energy into the wrong shit, or I could be pouring my energy into some other shit. But nigga, you can't. I told him take his own advice. But the thing is, drama, I will say, that's the thing that's something that would get on my nerves or piss me off, because just like he would not be direct enough to motherfuckers. He'll like say certain shit a certain way, or he just won't say nothing at all. If he just did, honestly, if he just didn't want to say nothing, or if he wanted to keep it on a hush, or whatever the case may be. But I will say, like I told you, a part of it was because he was running from himself, and also because I wanted okay, so basically I wanted him to come out here once it hit like the 2 years and like 2 months mark. I was just like, okay, nigga, like we gonna be together, like bring your ass. Like I had to like literally like I had to keep telling him like, come on, like what are you, like why are you taking so long? Because
Yeah.
since we had been talking, he kept prolonging or pushing back how long it is like before we seen each other. He kept pushing it back, and I was just like, okay, well, I got a job, you know, I got some funds, whatever. You come, you know, we gonna be straight, this, that, and the third. And then he came, and then certain stuff was I will say certain stuff had kind of got like, as far as like with my family, just certain stuff didn't work out as far as like car situations, little stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I will say, we were good in the beginning until like we got on Bigo, till he started getting in like TKO Live and shit like that, and like all of that. That's when he started to change. And I've been telling people in the live, if y'all go back on YouTube and y'all pay attention from when we first got on YouTube to now, he's not the same Saturn. And I was literally telling him that the other day, nigga, I don't know you. Or I told him that earlier. I said, I don't know this fucking Saturn. I don't know Saturn no more. I don't know you.
Did he ever have a father figure in his life? Like, was his father really in his life?
Both of his parents, he come from a spoiled background. He's spoiled as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say on that. He's spoiled as fuck. Now, but that's another thing too, y'all. he was raised differently. He came from a different background than I came. I never had my father in my life. I never had my dad in my life. Saturn, I will be honest. Saturn, I told him this, and that's probably why he be feeling his motherfucking ego, too, or whatever. But I've been told him this. He has been my first real manly father figure in my life, because I have not had that ever. So like this relationship has brought out a lot of challenges and things within me and within him that we have needed to like learn from or heal from. But I will say, like, you know, like Drama, have you ever heard him say like I would be like emotionally immature or childish or whatever?
Yeah, I heard him say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I pointed out to him the other day and he didn't want to talk about it, but and he was in Knowledge's live when I did. But I was just like, I had just came to realization that another big part of our relationship or downfall of our relationship was that you have been emotionally unavailable for me. Like he has not been
That's what it
emotionally
sounds like.
vulnerable, but it's because
Hmm.
he hasn't been emotionally vulnerable with himself. And then mind you, the thing is, I'll say this too, like that's why when he would be on live and he'll be like, oh, if I could be up under him all day, I could. Or I always want to spend time with him, this, that, and the third. But y'all, he would be so distant from me all the time. And towards the end of our relationship, before we broke up, I told him, I said, it don't even feel like being in a relationship no more. Like, cause nigga, you're so distant. Like, and mind you, he'll be like, well, I like my peace, I like my space, this, that, and the third. But he'll be on fucking live talking to everybody and their mama. He would just be distant from me. And mind you, y'all,
Right.
I'm the reflection of him that brings out the real emotional side. I cry all the time. That man does not cry. He don't cry. He's not. And he's done said it on live. Like as far as his emotions, he's numb. Like he's numb right now, or that's his way of coping with his shit. But I told him, nigga, like you're going to have to work on that because that shit gonna keep popping up, and that shit is gonna play a huge part in your relationships with people, especially if they
So
don't work out. But go ahead.
yeah, yeah, V. So I want you to listen to him, right? I want you to be careful because it sounds like he's a broken man. He may be painting a story like he had this great childhood, but he's not operating like one who had a great childhood. He's operating one that had a broken family. He's really not operating like one that had father and mommy in the household, and father was a great role model for him. It don't sound like that the way he's operating with you. And honestly, let me just go ahead and say this: anytime a man is off and on with you, that's never a good sign. He already decided you wasn't his wife.
Mm.
He's never gonna tell you that.
And
What
that's
he's
the thing
using you.
too. Wait, I'm gonna
Hmm.
let you go, but I'm gonna say this really quick
Okay.
before I forget. He did say too, in the beginning of our relationship, he had already kind of knew that like we should have been together, but he wanted what he wanted so bad, he
Hmm.
just decided to continue to entertain it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he
Yeah.
already knew, or we both are. Well, I'll say I knew towards like the end of like our relationship, or like after certain stuff started happening, even before he came, I was kind of like peeping it. But I just let it pass. I was just like, fuck it, whatever, whatever. Mind you, I was telling him before he came out here, you need to give me a direct decision on what it is you want to do as far as us being together or not before you come. And at that time, he couldn't really give it to me until he got here, you know, after the fact, after we was physical and all that shit. Like, so I'm not even really mad at it. If I'm mad at anybody, I'm mad at my motherfucking self. I'm not even mad at him. I'm mad at
Yeah.
myself because I entertain that bullshit. But the thing is, I will say I give myself grace and I will be accountable for the parts
Yeah.
I did play in this relationship because it wasn't just him. And I keep telling him
Yeah.
that too. It takes two to tango. It wasn't just him in this relationship. It wasn't just me. But as far as like, I feel like the disrespect goes, like lately, he's been taking it too far. I told him he's been taking his Vico shit too far. Cause the thing is too, he'll tell me not to say nothing, but he'll still sit up here and entertain mess on here with TK and everybody else. So he can't use that excuse with me no more. Cause I done seen him do that shit too much. Even if he not doing it now.
Right.
But I will say too, drama which you didn't hear. Basically, um,
Hmm.
yeah, once we decided to separate, Knowledge and him started like fucking around or talking or whatever, and been talking
I'm gonna
outside of
drag that
Bigo. They
bitch.
started lying first, and then they started talking to Joseph outside of Bigo. Then all of a sudden today, like Basically, when I, because we kind of got into it right before I went live, and she was on the phone with him, and I cussed her ass out. I'm not gonna hold you. I called her an old ass whore. I said all that. I said stupid bitch, all that. Like,
Yeah.
I went in because I'm just like, you fake as fuck. Like, bitch, like, I don't know you. Like, don't speak to me. And, yeah. That's what happened. But basically, he was trying to say, like, oh, we decided we not going to be in a relationship or being going right now, whatever, because yeah, we just gonna be friends right now. Yeah, y'all saying that now, or she initiated that because she don't want to look fucking stupid. And I'm pretty sure she had an idea of what I was gonna do as far as coming on here and putting this shit out there because I feel disrespected. She has not apologized for the disrespect in the past, at least on my behalf. She has not tried to message me. She has not tried to go out her way. No, nothing. So I don't respect her at all. And everybody been saying the same thing about her.
No,
Uh,
but V, you don't want an apology from her. She's a fake ass bitch. She already
I
showed who
know
she
I
is.
don't. I'm
You
just
don't want that.
I don't. But I'm
Him.
saying she's never tried to. She's never tried to like reconcile that like quote unquote friendship we did have or whatever. But she did it with Saturn though, because she wanted to hop on his dick, and she has a pattern of hopping on um niggas dicks that's in a relationship or has been in a relationship or whatever. Like she don't like I don't know. She just I feel like she just real thirsty, or she trying to
But
get
V,
back
let me
at
tell
me.
you something. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to tell you this. When a man do that to you, when a man is always off and on in a relationship, he don't want you. You already decided you're not his wife. That's no lacking on your part because you are so beautiful. And I would not sit here and lie to you if you were not. Okay, that wouldn't even be coming to my house. I said come to my house. That wouldn't even be coming out my mouth. I wouldn't even lie to you and say, okay, you're beautiful if you're not. I would just say, oh, you dress nice. Something else. But you are beautiful. That man is not like the way he look. He's going through issues. He came from a broken home. And I truly believe that the reason why he came to live with you because he needed to. Not because he wanted to.
Mm.
Because why didn't you come did he come to see you? Didn't he come to see you a long time ago? I believe he needed to. His situation at home wasn't right, and you carried that man. But
You
stop
making
letting him
me think
play with
about
you
some
like that.
things now. That's why I told you he said he was running from himself. That was part of the reason. And y'all, I'm just saying this because he'll say everything else on live. He'll talk about our whole relationship on live. He'll check me on live. I ain't never checked him on live. I ain't never just besides y'all hearing me go off in the background, I guess. But that wasn't shit compared to now. After all the shit we done been through on live, getting dragged, everything. This is my first time really going live, speaking on my side and me defending myself because he hasn't did it and nobody else has did it. So I'm on my shit now, and then he'll complain about me being on his shit, saying whatever it is. Like I said, so I'm on my shit.
Yeah, yeah. And it's okay for you to do that. And let me just say this too. As far as him, stop letting him play with you like that. He in your
I
house and
know.
your mother house talking to other women on the phone. You can't let him slide like that. Because let me tell you about men. I have brothers and I have a man myself, right? My man is literally laying right next to me.
Mhm.
Let me just tell you this about this. If you let that man play with you, he gonna play.
Oh, I know.
If you let that man talk to other women while he's staying in your house and you don't check that and get his ass out your house, he's going to continue to do it. He'll fuck around and be the type to sneak a bitch in your house and fuck her. You cannot let him play with you like that. When you tell a man, don't play with me like that, I don't get down like that, he's trying you because you're allowing it. Honestly, you're still, you could say, I'm putting my foot down on the live right now, I'm putting my foot down. But if that man is still in your bed to him and you still giving him vagina, it's not you putting your foot down. You gotta stop all of that. You gotta be like, yo, you gotta pack. You got this day to leave. You gotta leave today. At this point, you gotta leave. You gotta be hardcore, nigga. I'm not gonna play with you. And then
Mhm.
they not gonna walk over you like that. You gotta let them know you not about to be in my house talking to any bitch is on Big O Live. I don't give a fuck what you want. I told you I'm not with polygamy. Why don't you move with that bitch? Let him go. You are pretty. You can find a fine ass nigga way finer than Saturn that actually wanna be with you and only you. That don't not gonna force you into no polygamous relationship. That wanna be monogamous on some type of shit you wanna be. You don't
Mhm.
have to go with this nigga. Don't trust him. He been lying to you for too long. Okay? You've been carrying that nigga and that nigga trying to treat you like shit. It's time to let his ass go. It's
Mhm.
time to get mama advice. Go to your mama for advice too. Cause she'll tell you to
Oh
get
no,
that bum
I
ass
already know
nigga
what
up
my
out of
mama
here.
tell me. I ain't. She'll tell me to
Listen
face.
to mama.
Mind you, y'all all. every woman that I have been talking to, or every older woman than me that I have been talking to, they've been telling me the same thing. They kick him out, this and the third. But the thing is, y'all, I have a heart of gold, and I still care about the man. Mind you, I not only that, I do still have love for him. But that doesn't mean I have to be with him. That doesn't mean I have to still fuck him. That doesn't mean I have to suck his dick. That don't mean I gotta be friends with him. Whatever. I'm just, I just know the situation he's in right now, staying with me, and I will be honest, he is helping me out right now, you know. Now, but
That
like,
heart of gold is disrespecting you. He will never respect you if you allow him to do that. He
no,
will
but the
never
thing
do
is,
it.
he's going to leave. He's just not. He got to get his shit together first, right now, before he just up and leave. That's what I'm saying. But I was telling him earlier when he was on the phone with Knowledge, I'm like, shit. He was telling me, you investing your energy into the wrong shit, this and the third. But I'm like, nigga, you doing the same. How you gonna tell me? Like, you josting a hoe all day that ain't sending you no money, no
Manipulation.
nothing. And he told me before he wouldn't be josting no hoes or talking to no hoes outside of Biga that's not sending him no money, or that's, you know, like getting readings or whatever. But he started doing it
Right.
with Knowledge, the bitch that drug you into fucking mess, that lied on your fucking name, that disrespected your woman at the time, whatever. And now, like, you want to kiss the whole ass, like, or be up her ass, like, no, that shit's not cool.
Do you
So that's why I'm on here just saying my side. But like I said, that situation is gonna be what it is. He's going to leave. He's just not leaving right now, and I'm
you know you
okay with
accepted
that.
that, right?
It is what it is. And I could look crazy. I could look stupid. Dumb. I don't care. I just came to stay my side. Because y'all never heard whatever it is on my side. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's only right. Because don't nobody else want me to speak in they live or whatever the case may be, or say what it is I have to say. So I'm here now.
Okay, so V, you just want to vent and let your side out, and that's okay too. But I'm just gonna let you know the situation is not gonna change until you change it. You know, you could say that, you could vent.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna keep doing it, honey. You letting him know. So let me just tell you this, right? Because I grew up, my brothers, my man, and my dad. My dad and my brothers really taught me a lot, and I learned from my man a lot too. But at the same time, let me just say this too: when you allow a man to walk over you like that and go ahead and talk to other women in your house, let me tell you something. My man will never do that. You know why? Because he know he'll be single the moment he did it. And
Mm-hmm.
he know for a fact how valuable I am. If you play with me, nigga, you up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He got his own shit and everything. But you
Period.
up out of my house when you play with me. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell him that. Like it's and you can't even just say it. When you tell him, listen, so you have to have standards and boundaries, right? What he doing is he's going to go ahead. So he's going to go ahead and keep doing this until you put your foot down. Until you say get out. It's not your responsibility to help that nigga get on his feet. Is it his responsibility to keep breaking your heart? No, that's not his neither, but he keep doing it, right? It's not your responsibility to
That's
go
why he
ahead and
said
heal
he
him.
want. That's why, no, honestly, and he knows that. That's why he keeps saying, like, basically he kind of rushing. He was kind of rushing whatever. I'm not gonna put our business out there too much, but he was kind of rushing whatever it is he's doing the other day, because he told me, like, I don't want to have to be here any longer than I have to, because I don't want to keep hurting you. He admitted that to me. He's not gonna admit that to y'all. He gonna tell y'all what he want to fucking tell y'all. He gonna admit whatever the fuck he want to admit to the public or whatever, because he know motherfuckers is watching. And he be trying to use the excuse, I be going online to talk to myself, da da da, because it's my diary, da 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 da. But he's not gonna tell y'all everything, because he know people still watching. He know whatever the case may be. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to put in the missing pieces that I feel like need to be said. But yeah, with that part, he know, like, he has hurted me or whatever, or vice versa. But the thing is,